Good morning. It's the first thing she does the moment she hears me wake up. Alright. Good morning, baby. Alright. Typical morning at the house. Got some cleaning to do. Got some laundry to do. But first, gotta let these babies out. Good morning to my other baby. Alright, let's go. How are my plants doing? Oh, you're slowly coming back to life. We have new oranges coming. I've been watching this guy grow every single day. So on a perfect morning, I would wake up, snuggle my dogs, snuggle my man, and make myself a cup of tea. And although that does happen sometimes, the reality is most mornings I wake up and the first thing I have to do is what? Clean. So let's get down to business. Girl, we put this hair up. Navi's diaper. Now this is what I'm talking about. Oh yeah. This is my bathroom in the morning, guys. It is not clean or glamorous or anything. We have laundry, just rugs stacked on top of the toilet. Drawers are open. Things are everywhere. But it's okay. We just clean this up and we get the day started. In case you're wondering where the dogs are while I'm in the bathroom, and this is just anytime I'm in the bathroom, and now we clean the kitchen. And now it's finally time for me to get ready. This is my favorite time of the day. I find it so relaxing. I love just sitting here, doing my makeup, and chatting with you guys because I have quite a lot of things that I want to update you all on. But another reason why I'm so excited to film this video is because I'm teaming up with e.l.f. Cosmetics today to share with you guys a really exciting campaign. This campaign is e.l.f. Loves Animals, and that's one thing I love about e.l.f. They've always been a vegan and cruelty-free brand ever since the beginning. I love this company. They have been nothing but so nice to me, and I'm just so happy to be working with them on this campaign. Anyways, I wanted to share with you guys this brush roll because I have been using it non-stop every single day, and I feel like everyone just needs this brush kit. If any of you are familiar with brushes, you know they be expensive, girl. Like, brushes can run like $30 per brush, but this brush roll right here, girl, it comes with 19 brushes. This is the e.l.f. Ultimate Face Brush Roll Set. So it has 19 brushes, it has 19 brushes. You have your face brushes and you have your eye brushes, like literally everything that you need in one. And guess how much? It is only $55, girl. Tell me another company who's doing that. I'll wait. And on top of that, you know what else is so amazing? Starting from today until the end of July, e.l.f. is gonna donate 10% of the proceeds that's from the brush roll set to Animal Hope and Wellness. And they let me pick whatever charity I want. And of course, I chose Animal Hope and Wellness. If you guys don't know what they do, that's where I adopted Navi from about a year ago. They specialize in rescuing dogs from the Asia dog meat trade, which is where Navi was from. They do so much for the animals. I love them so much. I go there every single month just to visit them and see how the dogs are doing. I was actually just there last week, and they have so many dogs available for adoption. Definitely check them out if you guys are looking to adopt. But I'm so excited and I'm so grateful that e.l.f. is wanting to do this. So yeah, again, from now until the end of July, any proceeds from this brush roll set, 10% of it will go towards Animal Hope and Wellness to help the animals. Now let's start getting ready. I have been wanting to chat with you guys. There's so much I want to update you on, and so much that I want like your opinion on. So take this as a little girl talk. Don't mind the mess back there, by the way. This is the reality of my home. Whenever I take a picture and I show you guys like one section, it is because right behind me, it is a hot mess, okay? Anyways, I'm gonna first prime my face. I'm using this e.l.f. Poreless face primer. Did you guys know that e.l.f. primers are so bomb? They have so many different ones. I like this one because it just makes my face feel nice and smooth, and it smells nice. It smells kind of like tea tree, and anytime I put something that smells like tea tree on my face, I'm like, oh girl, you're doing good for your face. And I obviously have these eyelash extensions on right now. I kind of need a fill. They're looking a little wild, especially in the morning before I brush them out. They're kind of like, huh. So I love having this brush roll kit instead of having like my brushes in a brush holder right now, because I'm in this room with my rabbits and their hair is just flying everywhere and it gets on top of my brushes. So what I've been doing now is just leaving it in this brush roll, and this flap right here just keeps it nice and clean. And these are all the brushes I use. I used to have so many brushes, and I don't know why I have a habit of hoarding brushes, but now I'm just trying to minimize, and I'm only using this brush roll kit because that's everything I need, and it's so easy for me to travel with it. You know, I really enjoy having lash extensions because of how quickly it allows me to get ready in the morning. Obviously, I love my lashes. You guys know I have my lashes with e.l.f. But once in a while, I like to give it a break, and I like to wear lash extensions. I usually wear lash extensions for like a good 3 months, and then I go back to wearing falsies. I'm just like switching it up once in a while. Okay, now I'm gonna do my foundation and concealer. So now I'm using the Selfie Ready foundation brush. Love this foundation brush. Like, it just blends everything out so nicely. It's so soft, does not shed. And I feel like it's like a full coverage foundation brush. They also have this foundation brush, which is the flat one, and I just prefer to use this one. Obviously, you can interchange the usage of all the brushes. Like for me, I normally like to apply concealer with this brush. This is the contour brush, but I find that because it's so angled, I can really get in there, and I really like to apply concealer with the contour brush. When it comes to makeup, I feel like although there are certain things that it's meant to do, you can always use it to your liking, you know? Just whatever works for you, do it. I used to feel, especially when I first started wearing makeup, I was so overwhelmed by the idea of wearing makeup because there's so many different products, and that was like 10 years ago, girl. Nowadays, I mean, you have a product for everything. I feel like a lot of people get so intimidated by that because my mom always tells me that. She's always like, I don't know what to do with my makeup. There's so many things. What should I use? And I always just tell her, girl, use whatever you please and use it however you want, because it is your makeup routine, and as long as you like it, that's all that matters. Okay, so a few things I want to update you guys on, and I just want your opinion. And this is something I feel like I've talked about for a while. And I've always wanted to do this ever since I was a little kid. Like, I kid you not, as a child, this is what I just get so excited about. And that is to have a trailer or like an RV and travel the world with it. Well, obviously not like travel the world because you can't like go overseas with it, but just like traveling across the United States in a trailer. So growing up, my parents loved camping. My entire family loved camping actually. And every summer, me and all of my cousins, we would go, and all the adults obviously, we'd all go on an annual camping trip. And I looked forward to that so much. I love camping. I love being in the outdoors, even though I'm really afraid of bugs. But you know, as I'm getting older, I'm getting better with it. But nonetheless, I really enjoy being outdoors and being with nature and just like being away from technology, you know. And I've always loved the idea of having an RV. And around the time I was in middle school, my parents started renting RVs and we would go camping in an RV. It's kind of like glamping, but we'd still be like out in the wilderness with our RV. And in high school, my parents got like an upgrade and they got like a bigger RV, and I went to a lot of camping trips with them on that as well. And I've always just loved the idea of that. Anyways, I have been thinking with Wah, and we actually went to Airstream like last week to check them out, to check out the trailers, because we really both love this lifestyle. And although we'd still be in our home because we love our home, we want to kind of like explore a little more. And because we have our dogs and our rabbits, it's hard for us to do like overseas trips where we have to fly. So I feel like having a trailer and doing like monthly road trips with all our pets would be like amazing. And I feel like especially for dogs too, they're so limited to just being in a home. And you know, obviously we take them out to the parks, we take them out for walks every single day, but I want my dogs to be able to see like the mountains, you know, waterfalls and things like that. And I have just been like obsessed with like going on Pinterest, looking up people who like live the van life or the RV life and trailer life. And you guys know I've always wanted a tiny home. That's always been like my dream. And lately I just been thinking about it more and more. And I don't know, maybe at the end of this year or next summer, Wah and I are gonna get an Airstream, or just, I don't know, any type of trailer that we end up falling in love with. And it doesn't even have to be big. We just want something small and do like monthly road trips with like our whole fam. So like, tell me, you guys, do any of you live like the van life or the RV trailer life? Because I am so inspired by these people. If you guys don't know about this whole community already, there is an entire community of people, and there are so many YouTube videos out there of people just like traveling. Wait, where's my highlighter? Of people just like traveling the world in a trailer, and I think it's the coolest thing. Like, people just living off the grid, you know, you're not paying rent, you're just like being a traveler. And I find that so inspiring, and I feel like that's truly what life is about if you have the opportunity. Obviously, sorry, I have like fur flying around, but yeah, obviously if you have the opportunity to like travel and see the world. I've seen so many people quit their jobs to live in a trailer and just start traveling the world. And I feel like that just takes it back to the basics of living. Like, do we really need a huge house? Do we really need many cars? Do we really need all these things? Like, if we can all just minimize, and well, obviously it's not for everyone, but I feel like for me, although I have quite a lot of things considering how small my house is, I hope that one day I can minimize and be like these people who decide to just drop everything and start traveling the world with their dog in a trailer. But anyways, I feel like I still have to think a lot about this. Obviously it's not something that I can just like pick up and do, because you know, there's just a lot to think about. But if any of you have any information, or if any of you are doing it or planning to do it, please share with me your stories and tag any influencer that you follow who may live this life, and I would just love to see what it's about. Okay, now time to do my eyebrows. Time to do my eyebrows. Okay, well, aside from that, another thing I wanted to talk to you guys about is something I regret about getting in my home. Because usually I talk to you guys about like things that I'm happy about in my home, and I feel like I've never highlighted or talked about things that I regret from this whole home buying and home renovating process. And I feel like you guys should know more about it. And I remember saying that I wanted to share with you all like the ups and downs of renovating the home, but then it just got really chaotic and I kind of forgot to document it. A lot of my friends, when they come over, they'd be like, what is one thing you would do differently if you can start over again with this house? And that is, I wish I could have chosen a better tile for the bathroom. I don't know if you guys have noticed this in the vlogs and stuff, but the bathroom tiles always look dirty. They kind of have like this layer of just like grayness on top of the tile. And this is something that I did not know prior to getting this tile, because when I went to the tile store and I looked at the booklet, I picked it because it looked beautiful in the photos. And because it was not in stock, I was like, okay, you know what? We're just gonna go with it and like hope that it works out. So anyways, the tile got delivered, they were installing it, and they installed it like almost 75% of the way when I came in that day and I saw the bathroom floors. And initially I was like, oh my God, I love it, it's beautiful, this is exactly everything that I've wanted. But I saw that there was a layer of dirtiness over it, and I was thinking to myself like, oh, it's just because they're working on it and it's dirty right now, but once we mop it, it's gonna be good. But after that whole entire process where they installed it, I realized that the dirty marks on the tile would not come off. Like, it is just printed on there and there's nothing you can do about it. You can't even put like a sealer over it to make it shiny because of the type of material the tile is made from. So that is like my one regret about the house. I wish that I could have just waited or like made sure that I saw the actual towel in person before committing to buying like a whole case of it and having it installed. That's one thing I really learned about working with a contractor. When you're working with a contractor, a lot of them just kind of like, without asking you, they just go with it. They're like, okay, you ordered this material, we're just gonna put it in and let's go. It's not like HGTV where they order the tile and it's like, hey Weylie, what do you think of this tile? We're about to install it. Let us know what you think before we put it on the floor. No, they just get to work, especially if you're not in the home watching the entire process, which at the time when we were renovating our home, we were living in the apartment still. So yeah, that's one thing that I have to put out there for any of you who are renovating your home. You gotta be there at every single step of the way. Even if you're busy, you gotta make time for it and like be there and notice all the details. And even if that means you're gonna be picky and annoying, you have to do it, because in the end, you're gonna be left with something that you don't like, and it's your home and obviously you want it to be perfect. So that's my like biggest tip to anyone who wants to like renovate their home. Just make the time and be at the house at least every single time that they're working, or every 2 days, so that you can check up on the progress and know that it's going exactly the way you want it. You can't just trust in the contractor, because that's what I thought. I was watching a lot of HGTV and they're always like, surprise, and it's like beautiful, right? Girl, in real life, you gotta be there and you gotta give direction. I regret not just paying the extra money and getting new frames for everything, like for the doors, you know, the door frame and like the window frame. I kept the original because I just wanted to save money. And I got new windows though. I just did not replace the frame. So now my window frames, because they are over like 100 years old, they look really beat, and there's just like a really thick layer of paint over it. And overall, it just looks kind of like off because the windows are so new, but the frame is so old. So that's another lesson I learned. I feel like although you want to save money during the process of renovating your home, you have to really think about the aesthetics of it too in the end. Like, if I do save money on this one thing, what can I spend it on in something else? So I feel like I should have kind of measured that and thought about that a little more. Like, maybe I could have just waited on another thing and at least gotten the window frames and the door frames done, because now it's just like a huge process. If we want to redo it, they will have to like repaint, repatch and everything, and it would just be like a crazy process. So I've just kind of let that go. But yeah, that's another thing I've learned. I can't talk and do my eyebrow at once because I'm just not coordinated like that. Okay, let me just finish this eyebrow and I'm gonna get back to you. Eyebrows are supposed to be sisters, not twins, as Michelle Phan said. I have always remembered that advice ever since 2007. Okay, and for my eyeshadow, I've been loving this palette right here. This is the e.l.f. Rose Gold. Yeah, Rose Gold Sunset palette. And are you ready, girl? Oh yeah. I love warm tones and shimmers, and there are many warm tones and shimmer in here. I've been loving this palette, and what I like to do when I have lash extensions on is just rub like one shade of eyeshadow across my lid, and I feel like that just brings a little life into my eyes. I mean, obviously I could just leave it like this and keep it natural, but you know, sometimes I just like a little some more. I'm gonna take this shade right here on my finger, and I always do my eyeshadow with my fingers. Never underestimate what a great tool your finger is when it comes to makeup. And now I'm gonna put on some blush. I'm using the e.l.f. Total Face palette. I've had this forever and I just love it. I love this peachy color down here. So I like to use the stipple brush. Go in here. I love applying it with this stippling brush too. I remember when I started wearing makeup, I would always use a stippling brush for foundation, which it's great for foundation as well, but applying blush, it just gives it such a nice, like, just like, what am I looking for? Like a very minimal light application. It's very, very soft looking. There we go, soft looking. And then to finish off, I'm gonna use a little bit of highlighter. This is the e.l.f. HD highlighting powder. This is bomb, by the way. And I'm just gonna use the, nope, that's the blush brush, the highlighting brush from e.l.f. Just like, you really just need a little because this is really pigmented. Ooh. Have to be careful, although I like to overload on highlighter. Gotta be careful, especially on like the natural makeup days. Hold on, my man's is calling. Hello? Hello?
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes.
Do you want anything from me, or should we have for breakfast?
Where are you?
Sprouts.
Sprouts? Maybe can I have a muffin?
Muffin?
Yeah, a banana nut muffin.
Okay. Oh, okay. Anything else?
Nope, I have my coffee at home, so I'm good.
Okay. Okay. Bye.
Okay, bye. Thank you. The satisfaction, ladies, whenever I just put on a little bit of highlighter and I see that glow, I'm just like, yeah. And then lastly, for my lips, there's this lip gloss that is so bomb. Okay, this lip gloss right here is so bomb. I'm gonna apply it and you're all gonna run to Target and buy it right now. I just know it because this color is like, I love it so much. It's like the most beautiful natural lip color. Girl. It just makes your lips look so juicy, so healthy, and it's also a plumping lip gloss. It just feels nice. Like, I'm not one that really cares about like, oh, big lips, but I love the feeling. I love the feeling of like a tingly lip gloss. It just feels like minty and clean and fresh. It's the e.l.f. Lip Plumping Gloss in the shade Mocha Twist. I love this lip color. It just looks so, so healthy on your lips. It's just, And we are ready. So here's my everyday 5-minute makeup look. If I'm not talking to you guys, I can literally do this in 5 minutes or less. I just love a simple, quick makeup routine. Anyways, I want to show you guys these sweaters that e.l.f. got the dogs. It's so, so cute. You may have seen it on my Instagram already. It says, I love e.l.f. Thank you, e.l.f. so much for custom making these for them. Michi's wearing hers. We're taking them camping in about 2 weeks, so I'm going to bring these with us to keep them warm throughout the night. Well, she'd probably be warm because she's like a snow dog, but for them, their hair is a bit thinner. And I'm gonna bring these for them so they can be nice and cozy. e.l.f. is money, Navi, and Michi approved. All right, so I hope you guys enjoyed getting ready with me and seeing how my morning routine really be. So now I'm gonna feed the dogs. And I usually like to take them out for a walk after that. And then after that, I just start editing. I have a video that's due tomorrow, so I'm gonna be working on that for the rest of today. I hope you guys enjoyed following me along this morning to my realistic morning routine. And a huge, huge thank you to e.l.f. Cosmetics for sponsoring this video and partnering with me. I love you guys so much, and I'm so, so excited to be raising money for animal hope and wellness. Thank you all so, so much for your support. And yeah, I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.